Hello. Hello, 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 everyone. Can you see my screen? I want to make sure you guys can see my screen. Okay, so today we're going to talk about social media tips and tricks for real estate agents. And a lot of you guys had submitted a survey to our company at Remax Executives saying that you would love help in this department, that you were looking for help and tips and tools and things to help you with your business, to grow your business, and to also use social media to get in front of your SOI and in order to make more sales. Okay, so that's what we're here for. We're going to talk about how we utilize social media to reinforce our brand with the rest of our community and also our SOI that we already have and also to maybe use that to increase your visibility with the rest of the world. Okay? Awesome. I see the comments in here. I won't be able to see the comments when I share my screen all together. So I just kind of wanted to let you know. When I start presenting, I'll just be talking. So if you have questions, put them in the comments. And then what I'll do is I'll take a look at them after at the end, and then we'll go from there if that's okay. So I'm going to share a little bit about me. Let's go here and then in my screen. Let's see. I'm going to do my entire screen. Let's see. And go to my slide deck. Okay. So what we're going to cover today is why we make content, types of content to create, and tools that you can use to look like a pro, and also how to use AI to make content. I'm not going to go into all of this at a very high level. I'm going to briefly go over each one of these things. And if you want to discuss with me after the webinar in more detail, we can do that. But this is going to be a high level overview of ways I use social media as a brand to brand myself, to get in front of more people, and to ultimately make more sales. So a little bit about me. I am passionate about teaching agents about lead conversion, working a database. I have been doing social media since 2008. In 2008, I believe, is when I joined Facebook. Facebook didn't exist. I was a real estate agent before social media, and I had a healthy business converting leads and networking. And when I joined Facebook, I also joined Twitter, and I actually sold a home to a person that I met at a tweet up. That is a bunch of people that met on Twitter and met together at a tweet up in the local area. And I ended up selling them a home. So I don't know of any other realtors that sold a home meeting a person through Twitter, but I did it. So I have 26 years experience converting online internet leads. I have 40,000 leads in our database right now, or so, give or take a few. And I had started real estate in 2005 as a sole agent and spent several years converting leads and running my own brokerage. You can read all of this. We bring, on average, the last 6 or 7 years, $1.6 million in gross commissions to the team. I'm heavily involved in the sales, so I am not a team leader that, basically tells everybody these are all my sales and I'm not doing it and I'm basically retired. I am heavily involved in the team. I run the team. I'm teaching, training. I actually close leads myself. I have a big SOI, which is sphere of influence. So I'm constantly referring in and referring out business and also sometimes closing deals. So the platforms that I use in my business to get myself out there are mainly Facebook, Instagram. I know a lot of you guys are not big on Instagram because you think it's a younger lot of agents, like the average agent, I think age is 58. And a lot of you guys are afraid of something like Instagram, but I'm going to show you a trick where you don't have to feel like you're really using it, but you're still posting there. Because remember that 44% of the buyers coming up, which is about 9 million potential buyers, are between the ages of 25 and 34 years old, and they're still living at home with their parents. So there's 9 million buyers that are basically, they love Instagram and TikTok. I didn't put TikTok on here because TikTok is a whole nother animal, and a lot of people joke about it, but there are agents that are very successful with that platform. But I would really just stick with, if you just had to stick with something, I would stick with Facebook and Instagram, because you can connect the accounts, and the post, they're owned by Meta, and the post that you make on one or the other can actually post to both. So you can have two different platforms getting the same posts. For the most part, Instagram, you can't go over a certain character limit, but you can have your posts going across with platforms, and you can have different audiences, if that makes sense. And then I mentioned Google Ads because that's what I do. I do a lot of Google pay-per-click. That is a whole nother webinar in itself. And then YouTube. YouTube is like millions and millions and millions of viewers, and it is Google searched. It's owned by Google. So any content that you create on Facebook, for Facebook and Instagram, you should also upload to YouTube. It's very easy to open a YouTube channel using your Google, Gmail, whatever Google account. It is very easy to set up a channel and put a little blurb about yourself. So set up all these accounts. Facebook, most of you are using it. Instagram, set up your account, put a little blurb about yourself. Always link back all of your websites, primarily your CRM website, or the website, like if you're at Remax or Keller Williams or EXP or wherever you are, you guys have your own branded website where generally, like, you have a link that you can share with people, and any leads that go through that website are your leads. They go into your KV Core or whatever CRM that you have your leads going into. So that being said, when we go on these platforms and we brand ourselves and we post and post and post, we're lead generating, we're remarketing, we're branding ourselves, we're getting in front of people. Now, if you say, Sandy, I only have like 200 followers, here's my suggestion. There's only so many you can follow a day, and then Facebook is going to tell you you've reached your follow limit, and I've actually done it. Go to local Facebook groups in your area. So I lived in Lake Norman, so I went to Lake Norman Facebook groups. I went to Cornelius Facebook page. There are people that started Facebook groups in your area, moms of Lake Norman, hobbies that you do. If you're like a biker, if you're a runner, join those groups, and then friend the people in those groups, because obviously you have something in common. You either live in the same area, you have kids, they have kids, or you run or hike or drink beer or whatever you do, whatever the actual group is about, is you have that in common with those people. So first of all, join the groups, because hello, those are the people you want to network with. Those are people that want to already live in the area and would possibly sell their home with you and buy. So that is your audience. So Facebook and Instagram have limits per day to like friend people, but I literally maxed out my friends. I have a Facebook maxed out at 5,000. I have to delete people that I'm not really engaging with to add more people. So I go to my local areas and I add as many people as I can in my cities, my neighborhoods. Go to your neighborhood pages and friend all of your neighbors. And if you say, Sandy, but I post stuff on there, I don't want anyone to see. Well, you need to stop doing that, because you need to use your social media as now it's going to work for you. It's going to look like you're going to want to turn it into, yes, it's some personal, but I'm also going to use it for business. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, should I have a business page? Honestly, it's really hard to get people to friend your business page. Business pages are boring. Like, put yourself out there. Use your personal page as your brand. So stop posting negative, complaining, political, whatever. Just keep it to yourself, because now you are the brand. You are selling yourself as a service. So if you want to, go after groups of people and be negative, and you want to use that platform to like put out all your dirty laundry, that's not going to help you. You may get some business that way from being like overly critical of others. You may get, I mean, some of these people are one way left or one way right, and they're all over about it. And yes, sometimes those agents get business from that one side because they're so passionate about their beliefs of that, right? That's okay. But if you're just middle of the road, like most of us, like you just want to do business and you want people, I wouldn't post all that controversial stuff. You can. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying you're going to alienate and isolate, and you're going to have people unfollow you, and you're going to have some people think nasty about you. They'll never say it to your face, but you're now going to be out there for the world to see. And yes, you're going to get some haters. There are going to be people out there that are like, who does she think she is? Or who do they think they are? Like, oh my God, what do they come from? You have to ignore all of that. When you start to do social media and post, you really have to take the Mel Robbins attitude and just let them. Like, they don't pay your bills, and they're not understanding that you can use social media to network and to build relationships. And that's what this is really about. So on the bottom, do you see where I have like email and SMS, lead nurture, and follow up? Once you get people, once you brand yourself, you're going to start getting inbound leads. Isn't that what we all want? We want inbound leads. Once you get the leads, you need to have a good follow-up system to basically take these leads on. Because remember, most of these people that are going to come back to you, they're not generally total strangers. Some of them are your sphere, but some of them might have never met you in person. However, you post so much, and you post really valuable information, and you post a little bit about yourself, a little personal, that they start to get to know you. And after a couple of years of seeing your content, they really like you, they vibe with you, and you're their tribe. And then they reach out and say, by the way, I want to buy and sell in your area. Or I have a cousin that's moving to the area, and you're the first agent I thought. Yay, clap for yourself, because that is exactly what you wanted. But you will not be successful if you don't have a CRM with IDX. And if you don't know what this is, please get with me after the webinar, because I can't go all down the rabbit hole of explaining what IDX is. But generally, it's where somebody could search homes on your website and you get the lead and it goes into your CRM. Like CRMs could be like KV Core, Follow Up Boss, Chime. There's even ones like Buffini has one. There's so many. Lion's Desk used to be one. I mean, you could use an Excel sheet. I don't recommend it. You could also try to put them all in your phone, but you're going to be so disorganized. You're not going to be able to keep up with all of the inbound leads that come your way. All right. With that being said, this is what an Agent IDX branded website kind of looks like. You have your own, like whatever company you are at. I don't care if it's EXP, KW, Coldwell Banker, Premier Sotheby's. You guys have your own branded thing, your own domain with your own search site. The person registers, because they might not even reach out to you through social media. A lot of mine do. They actually message me, even though they have my phone number, my web address, they have everything. I post it 100 times a month, and you know what they do? They reach out through Messenger or like Instagram. But sometimes they register on your website, and you need to get notified that they registered. So if you don't have this, you need to get it. I don't know what all the different companies you work for, but if you don't have this or you don't know about it, you need to know about it. So, these people are searching. You need to nurture the leads. So you want to set them up. Almost everyone who comes to me that I'm attracting, I am setting them up on a home search. Like if they're a buyer, I'm setting them up on homes that they could possibly buy with their criteria. If they are sellers, I'm sending them the latest sales in their neighborhood, the latest homes that have sold. And I would almost say if they're living in a cookie cutter neighborhood with hundreds of homes, put them on a drip that every time a home sells in their neighborhood, they get notified. You can do this through your MLS. If you don't know how to do it, take MLS classes. Every MLS has it. I'm on 4 MLSs. Every MLS has this. You just maybe don't know how to set it up. An automated email drip with either homes to buy or homes that have recently sold. So the goal of this is to get your listings and your brand seen everywhere. And somebody says, I don't want to spam my followers. I don't want to spam people. This is the deal. You cannot post enough. You cannot post enough. Only 20% or less of your followers are going to see one of your posts. I just told you I have 6,000 and some odd followers on Facebook. I'm maxed out on friends. And then I have another several thousand followers. And I only get engagement on some of my posts of like 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, sometimes 300, 200. And I can show you on my screen. I'll give you guys an insight on my accounts. You can see that at any one of your posts, it's like an email. Email to your SOI is an average of like a 45% open rate. So less than half of your own sphere of influence is even opening your emails. So you have to send a lot of emails in order for all of the SOI to actually see it. And then some people unsubscribe. Here's the thing. If someone thinks that you're posting too much and they're not happy for you, they're not liking you, trusting you, and going to send business to you anyway. So why do you care about upsetting somebody that you wouldn't even do business with? So again, it's like that Mel Robbins theory. Let them be angry. Let them be anxious. Oh my God, they post all the time. I had someone call me in the past and say, you kind of brag a lot. You're posting your sales all the time. You're posting that your team sold this and your team sold that. And I had a really push back. I said, you know what? That's your opinion, because the more I post, the more my brand is out there. And then, would a prospect want to work with someone who had some sales going on? And you know what? That's exactly right. I am in so much of someone's feed that when they want to buy or sell in an area that I cover, I have tons of people that reach out to me that I know watch all my stuff. And they're like, girl, they say every time, you got it going on. Like, you're really busy. Look at all these closings. So I say to the haters, post away, post every day, post 3 times a day. You can't post 5 times a day and reach all the people that you're going to friend. So friend away, friend, grow your free audience. And remember, this is free. It's all free. It's only the time that you put into it. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen and I'm going to go to something next, and we'll try to take a couple comments. Well, I'm going to show you the next thing. So, all right. Yes, people have business pages. I see those comments. Yes, there's additional training for RE/MAX agents to go over what you have. We have tons of training at our office, but I wanted to show you guys something. Okay. So here's some tools that I use to post. I'm going to actually, you know what? Before I show you the tools, I'll explain the types of content. The types of content that I share, it's super easy. There's only like 4 types. Okay. And I'm going to boil it down for you guys. Write this down. 1, real estate articles. You can go to MSNBC, Fox News, CNN. I don't care what channel you side with. There's KCM Matters, Keeping Current Matters. There's Inman. A lot of you guys are on MLSs, we have a free subscription to Inman. If you're a CRS designee or member, you have a subscription to Inman. All of those sites have news articles every single day. Mortgage articles, housing articles, U-Haul is like the states of people are moving to the most, graphs, charts, everything, right? You can take a common approach with the real estate articles. You can talk about it and put a link in your Facebook. You can make a video. I encourage you to make video. You can also just put the link and put text. You don't have to put your face on there. You don't have to be in front of the camera. But I would post every single day of a real estate article. And then 2, you can post content like valuable information for buyers or sellers, right? What do buyers or sellers need to know? I would do video. Again, I would make it less than 1 minute, just caption it and put it as a post, and I would post it again to all the channels. So take the same video and copy paste and post it to everything. You can use Hootsuite, Metricool. You guys got to take a lot of notes because I'm going fast. Those are softwares that are free, and you can post to 5 things. The same video or picture and links and text. You can log into all your accounts and use that software to post to multiple channels. So you can go high level with this, and you can buy pro versions of these things and really automate it and go crazy. Okay, so another type of content, so that's valuable things for buyers or sellers. You can also post your listings. You can post your listings several times a week. Like, again, they're not going to see. When I post a listing, I post it when I get it. I post it when it goes under contract. I post it when I close it. I post the Google review that I get from it. I screenshot all of these things. And if you don't believe me, I have, let's see. I don't even know if this library shows me how many videos and pictures I have. Oh yeah, I have 42,587 photos and videos in my phone. I have a big phone. I got the big phone with a lot of megabytes or whatever you want to call it. So all I'm saying is I screenshot everything. I constantly looking for content, and then I make notes in my phone. So that was the third thing, is post your listings. And the fourth thing is post about yourself and what you do every day. Like if you're showing a home and you're out at an open house, I want you to post it. Show that you work. Show what you do every day, because basically the general public thinks real estate agents are lazy and all they do is put it in the MLS and they do nothing else. Show yourself meeting the photographer. Do video pans of a home that you were showing. Some MLSs don't allow that, but to show other people's listings without the broker's permission. But if you want, use your brokerage. Ask any of the agents in your brokerage that are too busy to do their own open houses or their own marketing, or maybe they don't do social media. Ask them, could I get in your listing and post? And a lot of times all they say is just tag me in it. Okay, just say listed by at the bottom. So those are 4 types of content. Super easy. It's not really hard. Just focus on that. An article every week, something you're doing. Show yourself busy working. Show yourself on your computer typing. Have your husband, wife take a picture of you working at your desk. Walk through your office and wave to everyone and take a little quick video. Hey, I'm at the office today. I'm doing comparative market analysis for this home in XYZ city state. You could also, oh yeah, Bob Stanley, thanks. BAM is another one. NCAR, Jared James, all these guys come up with so much content. Rip it off and duplicate. R&D. Take what they talked about and post it on your social channel. Because guess what? They're not following, the consumer is not following Jared James. They're not following NAR. They're not following BAM or Inman or any of these, okay? So they don't see the same things you guys are seeing. When you're scrolling your Facebook and whatever, they're not seeing any of this. So it's really important that you decide a content schedule. You can use AI to do this. You can send ChatGPT, I can't even talk today. You can send ChatGPT and tell it to come up with content. And a content, tell it you're a real estate agent. Tell it that you live in XYZ. Tell it that you want to post to Facebook and you want hashtags and you want to post to Instagram. Tell it you want to talk about the state of the economy, or you want to talk about the interest rates today, or you want to talk about whatever. You can even send it some articles and tell it to summarize the articles. You can also tell it to give you the text for the teleprompter. And this is a little high level. I'm going to go to a different place for that. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But CapCut, that's one of the tools, and it has a teleprompter. I pay for CapCut Pro. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Creating this content, if you don't want to be in the photo, in the video, you don't have to be. Take videos of everything else and do something called a voiceover. Voiceovers There are faceless accounts. That's what's called a faceless account. There are faceless accounts all over TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook that have millions of followers because what they're putting out is so interesting and fun and funny and engaging that basically you don't even know who's posting, the person behind the camera. So, but what I've learned since 2008 to now, my most engaged post, my most viewed, most liked, most everything is my face and my pets and my kids. No joke. Face, pets, kids. So if you want the most engagement and you want people, you probably have to suck it up and show your face. And I've said this a lot of times. You look how you look. You might not like how you look, but you look how you look, and that's how you look to us. You look just like that. So when you get on the screen and you're like, oh my God, my wrinkle and my zit and my whatever, you need to get over yourself. And I was told a long time ago, just don't review the video, just post it. Make it practice 3 times, erase the first 2, and on the third, just go ahead and post it. Don't get you get, what is it, Michael Jordan? You miss 0 of the shots you don't take, right? Or something. So just post it, because if you don't post it because you're scared of how you look or sound or whatever, you're never going to make any money and this won't work for you. So somehow you have to get over your mindset. It's really in your mind, because a lot of people like you. A lot of you have huge social circles and you're lacking getting in front of your SOI for free, and also perfect total strangers. When I look at my videos and my reels, so a reel is a video on Instagram. So when I post to Facebook a video, it asks me, would you like to make a reel? I say yes. That reel gets 60 to 70% non-follower views. So what does that mean? If I'm showing a bunch of content and I'm making a video about a broken down apartment building in Murrells Inlet, and I post and I talk about Murrells Inlet, and it's in the text, and the tags and hashtags say Murrells Inlet, apartment building, investor, like all these things, it's showing 60 or 70% of the 3,000 people that saw that video were not my followers. It was just showing up on their page, and they were like, oh, look at this girl. And then they listen to my video, and I'm making fun of a flooded apartment building that I sold, by the way, sold and closed like last week. So with that being said, I'm going to go into the tools that I use personally, and I'm going to show you how you can purchase some of them. And remember, like I paid someone to show me video skills. I paid a coach tens of thousands of dollars. She's amazing. And I learned so much. And what I am bringing to you today is part of that. And what I learned is I was afraid to spend the money on the apps. I was afraid to spend the CapCut Pro, like to actually, because I was like, oh no, it's one more thing that I'm going to buy and then not use. I was really worried. I started buying all these things. Like I have Chat GPT upgraded because I feel like what it gives me back is better than the free version. I have CapCut Pro. I use it a lot. I love it. It has a teleprompter. It also, I use Facetune. I like to filter my face like anybody else. Sorry, it makes me feel better. I'm going to use it. I Facetune some of my videos and some of my pictures. I use this camera I'm using right now. Look how like pretty the glow is. It's called a Lumina. It was $200. Lumina, it's on Amazon. It makes it look pretty. And look, I can move around and the camera follows me. I don't know if you guys can see that. So Lumina, CapCut Pro. I'm going to show you ring lights. So I have ring lights. I don't know if you can see my screen. Let me see here. Let me put this on. Screen share. Entire screen. It's going to look a little busy for a second. Okay. So right here, can you guys see that? The ring light. This is all the different ring lights. So these are really important. You want really good lighting. I have this big thing. It's like $25. I bought that, right? That's that thing that goes on the selfie stick. You hold your phone and you can place it anywhere. This is another thing. The Logitech Creator Yeti, whatever, it's $100. This is what I'm speaking on. Do you hear me? It's really good. It's makes my voice sound so clear. And then this, I don't know if you see this, but it's a microphone with a little USB-C that goes in, plugs in your phone, or the US Lightning. So whatever phone you have, it has both. And there's two microphones. So you could actually have an interview with somebody, or you just use one of them, you turn one of them on, and you could walk around outside and your voice is really clear. Or you can even just like hold it in your hand and talk to it. You know, a lot of people are walking through a home and they're holding it in their hand. This is another thing I use as a selfie stick. This is awesome because when you're at your desk, you can set it to any height and you can have it take pictures and videos. Here's ChatGPT. I'm going to show you an example. I asked it to take my information and write a like spring market predictions. I just did a video to my sphere and I asked it to do 2025 spring market predictions. And I told it a little bit about what I wanted to talk about. And it wrote this for me. And I put this into the teleprompter, into CapCut, and I recorded myself talking, going over all of these things. And then, you know, you can see what I wrote. Write a post for me that goes over my 2025 real estate predictions for the spring market. Keep it brief so I can do a 1-minute video to accompany it, send to my sphere of influence, as well as an email. So, oh man, you guys are going to ask me, oh yes. So gimbal, I haven't had a gimbal in a really long time, Bob. You know, I'm sure some people use it. This is my new toy. If you guys can see this, a DJI Neo. I thought I was going to be scared to try to like fly a little drone thing. This is so tiny. It's a little loud. I took it to the office and it does really great video and it flies around the room and it follows you when you look at it and it can do a lot of things. I actually recorded a snow video and I made it go shoot up in the air up into the sky, and that was really cool. It had nothing to do with real estate, but it was really interesting. So all of these vendors are on Amazon. Did you guys see my screen that I shared where I'm sharing the Amazon where Logitech, Blue Yeti, microphone, selfie stick, ring light, wireless mini lavalier lapel microphone. I mean, all these things are like $26 to $100. Selfie stick, $9.99, free shipping. ChatGPT. I'm just going over these like more slowly so you guys can write this down. I'm also recording this, by the way. And then again, like YouTube. I record all these and I upload them to YouTube. So they come out as YouTube shorts. And I'll share my screen. Let's see if I can show you my account. It'll log in. Okay. So my channel, I have a couple channels, switch account. I have about 1,960 subscribers. It's not a ton. There's plenty of people that are better at YouTube than I am. I didn't really focus on this until like last year, and I only have 380 videos, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, I've only posted them in groups. But I have a ton of different little videos that have been seen by 1,500 people, right? These newer ones, 420 views, 23 views. There's not a lot of views, but these other ones, look at these, you guys, 2,000 views, 1.8 thousand views. So, and I actually get comments on these. People engage with me. I have, just a ton of different types of videos. And this, again, when people are searching for something, if you have a hashtag and they're searching for it on Google, a lot of times you will see the actual videos pop up in the Google search. So when you Google search something, I don't know, let's say we Google search like Myrtle Beach homes for sale, and you look under the sponsored, we can scroll down the page and sometimes they'll show videos. I don't see any right now, which is kind of sad because a lot of times I'll search for something and then you'll see YouTube videos in the search results. And it's literally someone who did a really good job of hashtagging and branding themselves. And now it's showing up in the Google search results. So that's something. And then I'll show you guys my Instagram. I'm logged in, so it should pop up. Oh, I'm logged out. Sorry. Let me show you Facebook then. I don't know why I got logged out, but here's my Facebook. You can see that on here, 6,300 followers. I'm following a couple thousand people. It looks very personal. I do put like my intro that I'm a realtor in 2 states. I did fill out all my info. I'm posting videos of myself. And I'm like everybody else. I look at that video and I'm like, oh God, I wish I could lose 5 pounds. You know, I do the same thing everybody else does. You just can't worry about it. And then you see that I post family stuff. I post my daughter's cheer. I post obviously this stuff. I post my solds. I post stuff that I'm doing for my content. I post, you know, that my team got an award. And you can see 33 comments, and it'll say like insights. I'm going to show you like a recent view. We just posted this yesterday. 80% of followers, 20% non-followers. Look at the watch time. Now, people mainly only watched it for 7 seconds. Look how quick people get off. But I reached 183 people, and 183 people watched it 222 times. So some of the people watched it multiple times. Okay. I'm not even boosting any of these. This is all free. So I just wanted you guys to see, like, I can see insights on even pictures of my kids that I post. Look at the reach. 789 people saw my kids' 10-year-old dance, right? So it's kind of interesting. You got to throw in there some personal, and then you've got to throw in there some videos. The videos do the best. That one didn't do so well. 106 reach. You never know what's going to do better. This was my video. I'm speaking to R4, so I told my followers I had 1,492 views, and it's only been a few days. So I'm getting in front of my sphere of influence, and I know that you guys probably think like, well, I mean, she's kind of full of it. Like, I don't believe her that she's getting leads. I want you guys to see this. Here's one. Hi, congratulations on your speaking engagement. That's terrific. Secondly, I've got an old neighbor and high school friend, you know, that's moving to Charlotte. Here we go. I haven't talked to that person in 20 years. I don't know if you couldn't see that or not, but I just read a post or a like Facebook Messenger from someone who watches my content all the time and just asked me. They said they had someone moving to the Charlotte area and they wanted me to help them. So with that being said, this stuff, the tools that I just went over are helpful. I hope they will help you, make you feel better about posting, having microphones, having a ring light, having a better camera than the one that's inside your laptop. Having the better phone does help. Having CapCut Pro, Chat GPT, the better version, having Facetune, the upgraded version, if you really want to fix your teeth and whiten your teeth and make your eyelashes. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it's everybody does this kind of stuff. It's not just girls, even it's men too. They're all worried about their jowls, and dudes are worried about all kinds of things too. People ask me all the time. But yeah, I think it's really important that you take as much content as you can while you're out and about. I know most of you guys don't think about taking videos and panning videos, but when you're out and you're looking at like lakefront, beachfront, driving down the road. Obviously, you shouldn't be driving and taking the content. Have the person in your passenger seat take some video of you driving down the road. There are so many things that you could do with just taking video and panning different things when you're out and about. There are realtors that make fun of themselves and get a lot of engagement. And then every 4 or 5 posts, they're posting like, I sold a home and look at my listing. And, so they have millions of followers. Do they necessarily get that much business from the followers, from the comedic content that they're creating? No. But a lot of those agents probably do between $150,000 and $250,000 worth of commissions from Instagram and Facebook, just from being on there all the time in your face. And remember, marketing rules, it used to be when I was I was doing a class and we were analyzing Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light and all these beer commercials and cigarettes. Remember back in the day when they did cigarette ads in magazines? So we were analyzing, and back in the day, an ad or a brand needed to be seen 7 times to be recognized and remembered, like a light bulb goes off. So like when I say State Farm is, like, you guys all know what the end of that sentence is because you've heard it so many times in the background on your TV. So with that being said, when you do all this marketing, you're a marketer now. You're going to be on social media. If you have a saying, a gimmick, a color, like if you wear pink all the time, hearts, like you don't have to, but let's say you do, just do it over and over and over and over. And remember, only like 20% of the people in your database are seeing, or on your social media are seeing your content. So the more you do, the better. And then you're basically, Brian Buffini and Jared James and all these like coaches, they say it's the reticular activating system. The more you're in front of people, then when they think of a realtor, when someone's talking and they say, oh, I need a realtor, they're automatically reminded of you. So I would definitely do bloopers reels. Like Kelly on my team just shared with me a bloopers reel. It was so funny. She couldn't get like the words out of her mouth about the open house. And then she was like saying something about, hey, I'm having an open house at, and then she forgot the address. So this stuff happens all the time. I'm sure I have a ton of bloopers in my reels, and that would be, something I can post, because when I'm filming content, I'm like the blah 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 blah. And so I'm doing that face all the time. So one day I'm sure we're gonna compile a whole bunch of videos of me going blah, 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 like. So I think these are all important things. Like, you guys need to think about if that's going to get you off the fence. Now it's not 7 times to get in front of a consumer. That was back in like 2000. Now it's 17 to 24 times you need to be in front of your SOI. So why not email them every month, your newsletter, and using your CRM, then send them a gift or a card on their birthday, and then send them or call them every Christmas. Okay, that's 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the other 10 times they see you is on social media, selling, buying, giving value, and bringing up articles off the internet that have something to do with real estate. Okay. So I wanted to do this in 45 minutes. I think I covered almost everything. I know it was a lot, and you guys are going to have a gazillion questions about the tools because I went over them fast. But literally all this is going to do is drive organic traffic to your website, which is what you want. You want them asking you questions. You want them commenting. And you could be your own persona, whatever you want to be, right? You can, if you're naturally witty and funny, those people are going to just have it a lot easier. A lot of people say that I make it look easy. And literally, I've deleted so much content you guys have never seen. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've never posted because I was too scared to post. And you know what? Sometimes this is a journey, right? You're not going to get to where I am today with, I think I have over 20,000 followers on different channels together, like combined. And Twitter, I have like 4,000 followers, and I don't even use that anymore. Here's the other thing. You can't be good at all the things. Stick a couple channels and stick with it. And I told you guys with Facebook and Instagram, you can hook them up in the settings So every time you post on Facebook, it automatically posts to Instagram and the other. And also there's something called Threads, which I never use, but I have it automatically posting the Threads, I think too. I don't know if anyone's gotten business off of Threads. If you have, please chime in on the chat. If you've gotten any posts or any business from your post, I guess I would say I would love to hear about it in the comments. But yeah, you want to spend a little bit of money and some monthly money on some of these apps, right? You want to look the best you can. Try to think of whatever else I pay that might be something that a beginner can use. I do pay for some other apps. But I think the ones I covered are just a good start for you guys that don't use anything at all. I don't want you to run around and spend a bunch of money on things that you're never going to use. So, I just think it's important just to stick with a couple things and, make it your own. I'm trying to think. I see people are like texting me, calling me, and I just want to make sure that you guys are not asking me to tell you something. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go through the comments. Yeah, paralysis by analysis, Doug. That's so true. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you don't do it, you'll never know. So don't analyze it too much. Candy said editing tools like adding words, labels, things like that. CapCut Pro does everything. Captions, all different like looks of captions. It can filter and make you look beautiful. It has the teleprompter. I want to say it's $10 a month in the Apple Store when you get the Pro version. I think I paid for the whole year to get the discount, and I want to say it was like $100 and something for the whole year. And so CapCut is my newest, amazingest tool because, but when TikTok went down, everybody was freaking out. You can also do a lot of editing in Instagram and then save it. So you can edit a video in Instagram and then save it to your phone and not even post it to Instagram. So Instagram has its own editing. There's another one. It's so super high level, you guys. It's called Filmora. I don't recommend it. It was so hard for me. I don't know. I had it. I didn't use it. I got rid of it. But CapCut Pro is my favorite right now. And, if it goes away, there's some other things that we can use. We'll figure that out. But right now, TikTok and CapCut are back and not really, but you can add. That's the other thing. When I do a lot of posts, I try to put captions because people really like captions. Okay, this is a funny thing. Most of your viewers are at work all day at work and they're seeing your content and they are not going to hear your voice. So they sometimes people don't have the setting turned on to their social media to actually add the captions. So if you add the caption to your videos, if you make the video, put it in CapCut, add the captions, download the video, post the video to go to ChatGPT, say, write me, blah, 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 based on what I said. You can even upload the video to ChatGPT Pro and it'll tell you it'll text it, like put it in text, copy paste the text over to the platform, have it all linked up. So it goes to all the different platforms. The same video and text gets shot everywhere. It goes to Twitter, it goes to Facebook, it goes to Instagram, it goes to TikTok. I use Metricool. You can use Hootsuite. These are programs where you can log into 5 things. Like I'm logged into LinkedIn right now. I'm doing this live on LinkedIn. I've got StreamYard. So if you're wanting to do webinars like Jennifer Bullock or Alex Monaco, Caitlin, we all have StreamYard. So I can stream this to multiple platforms. I've got it streaming to LinkedIn, my YouTube. I've got this streaming to Facebook, I think. So, and it records it. So if I want to send the recording later, I can. So there's a little bit more expense to StreamYard and it's a little bit more high level. But again, don't get crazy and start buying all this stuff and then not use any of it. Yes, open house, new listing, under contract, community involvement has gotten someone else leads. So showing all of everything you do on a daily basis, day in the life of. And someone said to me, my gosh, this is taking me so much time, right? Like They're in there and they're editing these videos and they're so stressed out. If you get in here and you make a bunch of videos and at the end of the day, you're like, I don't have time to edit all these videos and add all these captions. Honestly, it only takes me like 10 minutes for most of them. But if you think you want it to be fancier and you don't like what you're putting out there and you think it looks horrible and all the things you say to yourself to stop from posting and you're just not happy and you don't want to post it, hire a company. I have companies. So if you are ready to just pay to outsource this, it could be a couple $1,000s a month. I'm not shitting you, and excuse my language, but if you're like, no, Sandy, I just want to create all the videos and stuff and send it to somebody and have them chop it up and do all the captions and the texting and post to my accounts, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. You do not have to do all of this. But it could, just you doing 10 pieces of content a week could change your business. And you don't even have to post that much. Could be 5 times a week, but it has to be good stuff. Like, make it authentic. And remember, it has to be you on the screen. They want to see you. People don't want to see like that made up commercial stuff. If it's faceless, it needs to be funny or witty. But I mean, I don't know. Somebody said, would I recommend looking at the editing program Descript? I don't know anything about Descript. I'm in a lot of video creator circles, and I don't know anything about that. I just know the basics, and I'm not telling you some of the ones that are like super expensive and super high level, because you guys are real estate agents first and like marketing yourself second. That a lot of the stuff that I have heard about and have access to is for like people who do this for a living. They're like creating content for other people. So, but yeah, I'm enthusiastic about getting in front of my SOI and my social sphere, and I'm always looking for ways to do better. And like, obviously there's going to be people that unfollow you or whatever. I wouldn't worry about that too much, or unsubscribe. A lot of these videos, you guys, I'm also sending in my mass email to my SOI. I have 499 people in there right now. A bunch of people have unsubscribed. 374 people got it yesterday. And I had 22 open so far, because it takes a while for people to open it. it was a 22% open rate. A 22% open rate. Usually I'm around 45% open rate. And then I had 13 clicks. So that means they clicked on one of the links inside my email. And all the only links I have in there are like, search my website, really my phone number, search my website. So I'm sure they went to my website to go look at properties or something. Yeah. So again, repurpose. I've also heard, and this is just a bonus tip, if you had a piece of content go viral on accident, you don't even know why, look at it closely, find out why it was viral. Like, why did it get 1,000 views or whatever? Do that again. Do the same thing again. Try to recreate it in a different way. And also, if it's been about a month, post the same video again. Post it again. Because now Facebook remembers it, knows it's good, and is going to boost it back up in the algorithm and open it to more people. TikTok, this is a really big deal. People will repost TikTok videos and it puts it on your For You page. I don't know how I did it, but I posted a video, just me talking, and I put United States as the area, the location, and I showed up on For You page and had like 1,000 people see the video for this social media class. I was so surprised, because I generally only get 300 to 600 views on my TikTok videos. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it, because I only need a few of them to do business with me, right? We don't need to get everybody. We don't need 1 million followers. We just need the people that know us, like us, and trust us to see us constantly in their feed, so that they remember to refer us or use us as a real estate agent moving forward. Does anybody have any more questions before I get off of this? Because we're at 54 minutes now. Any questions in the chat? Thank you, Suzette. I love marketing. I actually have a marketing degree from Meredith College, and I wanted to be a marketer, and somehow all my real estate experience I stayed in real estate. So I've been doing real estate ever since before I graduated college. I was a real estate paralegal in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's how I started in like the 98, 97, something like that. But yeah, you guys have seen all the editing tools. Oh, my R4 presentation. Somebody asked me, so I'm speaking on Teams. Something funny is I am so excited. They asked me to speak, but I was looking at the panel that's with me. There's like the number one agent in Rhode Island. He has a team, and it's like the number one agent owner in like Texas, and then the number one Remax team in the world. Those guys, all the number ones are on this panel. I'm not a number one of anything necessarily. So I'm like really excited, and I'm like really just humble. Wow, I get to be on this team. I do love having a team, and I guess I'm doing something right. So I'm speaking with Remax this week. Actually, I think it's tomorrow, about what questions they're going to ask us so we can be ready with our answers and speak about running a team and how we do that and what's involved and all things team related. I've had a team for about 15 years now. Is anybody, besides I'm recording this and I'll probably end the stream and then send out the recording to you guys, is there any other questions that you have? Anything? I think we're all good. Thank you so much for attending this. And it was really fun for me to share what I'm doing with you guys. And I know that we went over it really quickly, and a lot of you are going to have questions. Feel free to email me or find me on any of the social media channels and send me a direct message. I have people in my direct messages sometimes that are not me, but I can see your questions and I can send you a message back. So I do have people helping me, but it's not always me. But again, I'm getting so much business from social media that I have to have help. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you for being on my webinar. Oh, and I'll post some links. I'll give it to Caitlin. How about that? I'll post some links to all kinds of stuff you can buy on Amazon. You don't have to break the bank. Thank you, Vala. Thank you, Tavia. Thank you, Myrna, Doug, Demetra. Everybody, you guys are amazing.